Hey everybody, so just thought I would do a little check-in. Feeling super nervous today, super anxious, kind of stressed. So Asia and I have started our trying to conceive journey, and I put that in quotation because in December we asked for the referral. It is now February and we still have not actually been to the fertility clinic at all. So they actually require you to do a bunch of blood work and what is it called? It's like a I'll put it right, somewhere. But it's a x-ray that you have to do, and basically it looks at your fallopian tubes and your uterus to make sure everything's open and all of that. So I still have to get that done, which I am really nervous about. I have that tomorrow. So it is February now. You have to wait until the first day of your cycle to call to make the appointment. So I did that. They set it up for tomorrow. I had to go and get a pregnancy test today, so like that was fun. I actually was kind of like, side note, was a little irritated because I drank all of this water and I was super like excited and ready to go, and then I get there and they're like, actually it's a blood test, so you drink all that water for no reason. Love that for me. So anyways, so yeah, so tomorrow I will go into work for a couple hours and then I'll go over and get the test done. So I'm a little nervous because I've heard that for people it can be really uncomfortable, and I have no idea really of like what this is or anything like that. Like my nurse and my doctor didn't explain it. They were just like, hey, you got to do these before you can actually get the referral, so go do them. And I just stupidly, I guess, thought that it was just like a regular x-ray. I was like, okay, like that's a little weird, but all right. No, it's not. It is an internal x-ray. So they actually like put some fluid up there and all of that stuff. So little nervous. I've been kind of like anxious all day. And it's weird because it's like a happy anxious, but also like a frustrated anxious. So obviously I'm happy because I can't wait, like I want to actually get it started and actually try having a baby and all of that stuff. But at the same time, like I'm really frustrated because a lot of this feels like it's the same thing that a straight couple would do, right? So, however, they have either underlying conditions or they have been trying for a year, or I think there's a couple of other options of like how you can get the referral other than being like in a female-female relationship or something like that, right? So, to be able to go to the actual fertility clinic, straight couples have the option of trying ahead of time, which obviously we do not. So it's just kind of frustrating because it's like, a lot of this is getting us pushed down the infertility route, which like, in my personal opinion, I don't foresee myself having any issues. My mom had no issues getting pregnant. My sister had no issues getting pregnant, and neither of my sisters had issues getting pregnant. Same thing with pretty much all of the women in my family. As my mother likes to say, we are fertile, okay? So, I don't see myself having any issue. And not only that, but I've never had like the opportunity to try having a baby. Like I've never tried to have a baby with anyone. So, it's like, how would I know if I could have a baby? So all of that's just kind of frustrating. And you know, and also just like not knowing about anything, you know, like there's nothing that's really giving us like any information on like, one, what these tests are for. Like I have no freaking idea what these tests are for, like other than the fact that I Googled them. Like if I hadn't Googled them and I wasn't like an obsessive person like that, then I'd have no idea. And it's just so crazy to me. Like that's insane. So, you know, that's the other frustrating thing for us is like, we have no idea what to kind of expect next. We have no way to like prepare for what happens next. So, the only other thing that we've really been doing for this is, I have been trying to like lose some weight, just to kind of like be healthier, like make healthier choices, of course, like lower my blood sugar and things like that. And then both Asia and I have like kind of looked at sperm donors and things like that. So, we actually found a few that we liked, like obviously like a few weeks ago, because it's been like 2 months now, and found a few that we liked, and I went back on a few days ago and 2 of them no longer have any vials in stock. So it's just stressful, and that's a whole nother issue like to be touched on, is this whole thing with like a sperm donor, and also like sperm donors of color. Like it's just so stressful, and I just I'm just ready to have a baby, to be honest. And sometimes it's really hard, like, you know, we've had conversations about this, and sometimes it's just really hard not to feel like discouraged, because it's like you're fighting against all of these odds already. Like, you know, the odds are not in our favor. It's not an easy process. It's an expensive process, you know, and we are ready for it, but it's just, I feel like it's like brick wall after brick wall. And so it can be really discouraging. And, you know, I'm trying to teach myself patience, and trying to get excited about things that I normally wouldn't get excited for. For example, like, with the test that I have to take tomorrow, you have to wait until the first day of your cycle to be able to schedule the appointment. So literally all like the last few weeks, I'm just like, you can come now. Like, you can whatever you want. Like, I'm ready. Like, whenever you are ready, I am ready, okay? So, you know, it was just weird because, and then, you know, the day of, I was just like, oh my God, babe, like I started my period. I'm so excited, you know, like it's just, it's so weird because you just, normally I dread it, like, and it was not a great one at all. Like I have very painful periods and things like that. So, you know, that was super stressful, and, you know, also just really weird to be like, hey, this is super exciting. I'm ready for it to happen now. So, but it got me one step closer to actually really starting the process and really figuring out what's going on and what happens next. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys a little update, and I'll see you later. So a little bit of an update. I had my HSG procedure done, and it was uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. It did cause some cramping for me. I kind of expected, you know, the speculum to be uncomfortable, because it usually is with my well women's exams. The thing I didn't know and kind of shocked me was that when they insert the balloon and all of that, and then they do the dye, some people that haven't had kids actually experience cramping because it is like expanding your uterus. So your uterus hasn't ever been stretched most likely, if you haven't had kids. So, or if you've never been pregnant. So it can be very uncomfortable for some people when you have that done. So those were the two main parts that I had any type of cramping or anything like that, like any pain for me. The catheter and all of that was perfectly fine. I mean, most of it honestly wasn't too bad. During that time, like when they first did it, I was not a happy camper. But for me personally, most of the cramping was gone that day. And then spotting lasted a few days. So, you know, it wasn't as bad as I expected, but it still is a little frustrating for me, especially now. So I got it done on Friday. Today is Monday. And so I have been able to kind of like go in and kind of see what the results were. And they came, as far as I can see, they say that they're normal. So there weren't any issues or anything like that. So that is good on the one hand, but it's also kind of frustrating because one of the things that happened was my referral, the original referral, got kicked back because I didn't have this done and I didn't have like 2 lab tests done. And so with it getting kicked back, they had to then put it back in. So I got a call today from the infertility, which I really don't like that they call it an infertility clinic, but let's just call it the fertility clinic over here, okay? So I got a call from the fertility clinic today, and they said that it's gonna be like a 4 to 6 week wait. So they would give me a call back to schedule an appointment. So I'm not 100% sure if that means like 4 to 6 weeks before they call me to schedule an appointment, or if it's like 4 to 6 weeks before you actually like get an appointment and they'll call me before then. So it's kind of frustrating because one of the big things for me was that at this point now, I could have been on the list and had my appointment and be only a week or 2 away from actually getting in to go see the doctor. And now instead, because I needed these, even though I have no experience trying to get pregnant, I'm now 4 to 6 weeks behind. So it's just another one of those frustrating things that I'm just tired of. So that's what I've got. So next up, I guess we wait for an appointment. So I will update you as soon as I have an update, and we'll go from there.